All right, welcome back inside our studios. I'm Missi Matthews with Matt Williamson. You just heard Steelers General Manager Kevin Colbert, head coach Mike Tomlin, talking about the 20th overall pick, selecting quarterback Kenny Pickett out of Pitt. And so take us through, Matt, what you've seen from him so far. Kevin Colbert talking about, staying in college an extra year and how that helped him. Use your scouting and give us the lowdown.
Well, I mean, in the scouting world, gathering information is unbelievably important, and quality information. And they're going to know more about him, and he's going to know more about them than any relationship really in the entire draft. I mean, you've worked on this side of the building for a while now. I put 3 years next door. There's an obvious interaction there that you can't ignore, and the familiarity is very important. He is the most pro-ready, in my opinion. I think he's the best progression reader in this draft. From my first option to my second to my third, he's a very quick processor. He's a very good ball handler. People, think about this Matt Canada offense. Boy, they need a quarterback that's going to run around and make a ton of plays. Well, ball handling and ball fakes and things like that are very important. You mentioned the experience. I mean, two former Steelers, Dwayne Haskins and Mitch Trubisky, both had a really hard time because they were one-year starters in college, and then they were thrown into the mix, where Pickett really did that last year. So it's a very advantageous situation that way. And the greatest advantage maybe you can have in this entire league is having a quality quarterback on a rookie contract. So they're going to have a very cheap yet talented quarterback room, and it could really work to your advantage with the building of the rest of the roster.
On Monday, the pre-draft press conference, Coach Tomlin and Kevin were asked about, what do you like out of your quarterback? And Coach said, that ultimate competitors, it's that position. What do you see from Kenny in terms of that?
Through the roof. I mean, I think that might be his best attribute, is he's very much a tough-minded, competitive player. With all Ben Roethlisberger's gifts, I thought his competitiveness was maybe at the top of the list. And even at the end of his career, when he wasn't physically the same, you saw the competitiveness come out in the fourth quarter, things like that. I think Pickett has those attributes too.
Coach Tomlin was asked about, Kenny Pickett fitting into a Matt Canada offense, something maybe we'll see more of this year. He just smiled. So what do you think that means?
Familiarity.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very familiar with Coach Whipple next door when he was there too. Again, pro-style, things that he was asked to do at the college level. He's also very good at recognizing, I think this blitz is coming from here. I know what to do. I can check out of it. All the mental stuff pre-snap. That's really important, as well as the ball fakes and all those type of things too, and being in command, being an older guy.
All right, last one for you. We know quarterback is checked off the list for the Steelers.
Yeah.
They have 6 more draft picks left. What's the next position you want to see them tackle?
Wide receiver, without question. I mean, the 2 teams that played in the Super Bowl are the only 2 teams in the league that were in 11 personnel with 3 receivers, more than the Steelers last year. Right now I see 2 starters on the team, and there's a hole for that 3rd spot. So it wouldn't even shock me if they took 2 throughout the course of the next 2 days.
All right, we will stay tuned. Matt, thanks so much for your time, and thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see everyone back here tomorrow at the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex.